Three men are trapped in a metal box 200,000 miles from Earth. Their oxygen is leaking into space, their power is dying, and no rescue ship in the world can reach them. In the entire history of humanity, no one has ever been in this much danger, this far from home. It's 1970. The mission is Apollo 13, and the words the astronaut speaks next will be remembered forever. Houston, we've had a problem. But here's what almost nobody knows. The thing that saved their lives wasn't a rocket, it was a copy. To save them, NASA did something that had never been done before. On the ground, they built a living, breathing copy of the broken spaceship and used it to test every desperate idea before betting 3 lives on it. Today, we call that a digital twin, and this is the incredible story of how it was born. So, what exactly is a digital twin? Imagine you have a real machine, a car engine, a jet, a spaceship. Now imagine building a perfect virtual copy of it inside a computer, fed with live data from the real one. When the real machine changes, the copy changes too, so you can test dangerous ideas on the copy instead of risking the real thing. Think about how powerful that is. A pilot can crash the virtual plane 1,000 times to learn without a scratch on the real one. An engineer can see a machine breaking before it actually breaks. It's like having a crystal ball for the real world. And in 1970, 3 astronauts' lives depended on exactly this idea. Let's go back to April 1970. For 2 days, Apollo 13 was the smoothest flight NASA had ever seen. Mission control was so relaxed, one controller joked they were bored to tears. 3 astronauts were coasting toward the moon, nothing could go wrong. And then, everything did. 56 hours into the flight, an oxygen tank exploded. The blast ripped a whole panel off the ship. Precious oxygen, the astronauts' air, and the source of their electricity began pouring out into the emptiness of space. The crew was now dying, slowly, in the most hostile place imaginable. Quick question: how far from Earth were the Apollo 13 astronauts when disaster struck? Comment your guess, then keep watching. Now picture the impossible problem facing mission control. They had to repair and fly a spaceship they couldn't see, couldn't touch, and couldn't reach. A machine now broken in ways it was never designed to survive. One wrong instruction and the astronauts would die. So how do you solve a problem you can't even get near? NASA's answer changed engineering forever. Here was NASA's genius. On the ground, they already had 15 simulators, machines that copied the real spacecraft. So they did something radical. They fed live data from the crippled ship into those simulators, rewiring them to match the exact broken condition of Apollo 13. In effect, they built a twin of the dying spaceship right there on Earth. Now they had a safe place to experiment. Every crazy, desperate idea to save the crew, they tried on the twin first. How to steer with a dead engine, how to survive on almost no power, how to restart a frozen spaceship, something it was never designed to do. If an idea killed the twin, it never reached the real astronauts. Quiz question: what did NASA use to test their rescue ideas before sending them to the astronauts? Drop your answer in the comments. The hardest test of all, the astronauts had to shut their ship almost completely off to save power, leaving it freezing cold and dripping with moisture. Then, near Earth, they had to switch it all back on. No one had ever cold started a spacecraft in space. If it short-circuited, they were gone. So the engineers rehearsed it on the twin over and over until they found a sequence that worked. Finally, the moment of truth. Following the exact steps perfected on the twin, the crew powered their frozen ship back to life. Then came re-entry, a blazing plunge through Earth's atmosphere. For an agonizing few minutes, radio went silent. The whole world held its breath. Had the plan worked, or had they been lost? And then, 3 parachutes. The capsule splashed down safely into the ocean. All 3 astronauts were alive. What should have been NASA's greatest disaster became its finest hour, and the unsung hero of the rescue, the twin on the ground that let them test their way to survival. That desperate idea in 1970 planted a seed. Decades later, it grew into one of the most powerful tools in modern technology. Today, digital twins are everywhere. Car makers crash virtual cars to build safer real ones. Airlines predict engine failures before they happen. Doctors are even building digital twins of human hearts to test treatments, all from a copy built to save 3 lives. And here's the lesson I love about this story. The digital twin wasn't born in a comfortable lab with endless time and money. It was born from pressure, desperation, and 3 lives on the line. Some of the greatest inventions in history don't come from comfort. They come from the moment when failure simply isn't an option. Final question, the big one. What is a digital twin in 1 sentence? Comment your answer below and let's see who was paying attention. 3 astronauts came home because someone built a copy of their dying ship. That's the incredible origin of the digital twin. If you enjoyed this one, smash that like button and comment which piece of hidden tech history you want me to uncover next. And subscribe, because every week I bring you the untold stories behind the technology that shaped our world. I'll see you in the next one.